You fools! You'll never defeat me. Now face the wrath.
Why is he so hot?
What?
I think it's just that epic miniature. It's really doing a lot for me, too.
Yeah, maybe. But he's also kinda...
Silence! As I was saying, face the wrath of my metal army, crafted here in my Eldritch Foundry.
Dude, where'd you get all these minis?
I'm subscribed to Eldritch Foundry's Eldritch Unlimited with unlimited STL downloads. Now can we get back to...
Eldritch Foundry's amazing! I never thought I'd have the perfect mini for my demon-born, half-elemental, cat-folk, warlock, bard multi-class with a bunny wizard familiar, but here she is. Thank you so much for printing her.
Yeah. Sure, Jen. No problem.
Now face my wrath.
Hello. Richard, quickly give me a tissue there.
Hello.
Hello, welcome back. This is Abomination Vaults. We have been away for a while. I think it's been 6 weeks since last we played. But we've all been busy. We've been busy at work or doing fun things in tree houses like Mike. Or being in Vegas.
Like all kinds of fun stuff happening.
So much Vegas. Vegas isn't fun. It's not. Don't let America lie to you.
But the best bit, and we heard this from Meredith, because Meredith was in Vegas. The best bit, she comes back and says, "I saw you guys in Vegas." And
I did.
Like,
it was amazing. You guys were on a screen and everything in Las Vegas. So pretty awesome.
Richard doesn't believe us. Richard's like, "What? Nah, Richard." We were.
What I should have done was loaded the video. Our pods are here, so we could show it. But
But yeah, Richard, we was in Vegas, baby.
What were you doing in Vegas?
We was on the big screen. We was on the big screen.
But
is it wanted posters or is it actually something else?
You know, if it was wanted posters, I'd probably settle for that.
There was a big licensing trade show, and Paizo happened to be there, and they were showing off all the cool content that they work on, including the Badgers, which was super sweet to see them. And the folks at Paizo do say hi to all of you, FYI.
Cool. Hi, Paizo.
Thank you,
Paizo.
Thank you for awesome games.
Yeah.
So, talking of Paizo and sponsors of other natures, Dave, would you like to tell us all about the Character Chronicles from
I was going to say, what you said, like, Dave, am I a sponsor?
Technically, you are a sponsor.
Yeah. Really?
You are now.
Well, I know I'm paying for everything, but yeah, I mean, look, Beadle Grimm is one of our fantastic sponsors since the very start. Have sent us these lovely books, lovely dice to play with, and we love them to bits. There you go. Now, also, we've got Paizo. So again, thank you, Paizo. Well done, Paizo. Now, also, as well as all of that going on, we've all of our players have kind of supported us as well, not just in the game, but everything we do. We've also got Eldritch Foundry. Grab 10% off with Badger 24. It only lasts until the end of the year, so get in soon. We're in May already. Well, at the end of May, nearly. Wow, we've got one more week. Turbo Dog, Steve Jackson Games, Weather Dragon Tables, and even Warrior Prince. There we go. All done. But thank you to everyone.
I think he's going to rush today.
I know. Well,
Yeah.
we haven't played. And it's been longer than 6 weeks for me, guys. Remember, I missed the last one because of Adepticon, something.
That's
I don't
right.
know. COVID. I don't even remember anymore.
It's all a blur.
And Lex was not very well either.
No. Lex got COVID.
Oh, there's one more thing, Steve. There's one more
Medieval
thing,
COVID.
Yeah.
What I forgot?
New merch.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Whoa!
Nice. I thought he was flexing. I don't know what was going on there.
No, if I flex too much, I'll rip. But look,
You've gone out of focus.
I know. Stuff is falling down everywhere.
He's so excited.
I know. Wait till Games Expo. But yeah, look, new merch.
So where can we pick up such merch?
In the merch store there.
Right there.
Right here.
There you go.
Thank you.
Available now. Including, we didn't mention this on Brush Off the other day, but including, we have now a painting apron thingy.
Got a bib
I
on
was,
there, have you?
I was so convinced you was going to say a bath towel then.
There is a
Okay.
there's a blanket. There's a blanket.
No, you guys really need a bath towel. Like a robe, like a terry cloth robe.
Oh, yeah.
And then we'll all do a stream in the robes.
We were like, cuddled up.
I could use that on my 10-hour flight tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I'm going to see the Badgers in person.
Jealous.
Yeah. UK Games Expo. We're going to be there. We got a Badgers meet and greet on the Friday night. Saturday night, we're playing games.
In exactly 1 week, we will be drinking a beer with each other.
Yes. Yes.
Minus me.
Much beers.
At this time.
I can shove you in my giant suitcase, Mike.
Can we shove a table in there too?
Oh, that would be awesome.
I'd have to get rid of the Steve Jackson games.
That's fine.
I'm gonna have to put that on my bucket list, man, to get to UKGE with the table.
I
I'll
have
send
an
it to your
interesting
house,
idea.
David, first, and then I'll rent a truck, and then we'll bring it over to the con.
That's it. And I could look after it for you, like a custodian.
Yeah.
And
For the
and
next
I
10
could
to 15
dismantle it.
years.
Yeah,
You can
I'll
watch over
dismantle
it.
it. I'll take it to the shows. We'll put it up. It'd be like the weathered badger, and it'd be great. It'd be cool.
Nice hybrids.
In all seriousness, I reckon you'd be a shoe-in at the show because there are not a lot of table companies that go. There's one, the Geek and Son, remember the company's name, and they have a pretty big stand. They do a raffle, win a table, and all the rest of it. There's not a lot of competition for them. So if you was to rock up with the full with a dragon stand, you know, you would stand out.
Yeah. No, that's shit. Give me a couple years, though. I got to build up some reserves for that one. But...
So send me the wood and the instructions.
Yeah, that's what you need. You need to teach people in different continents, so you have like your extension.
Different squads in each part of the world.
Exactly.
Don't give me a fish. Just teach me how to chop wood, and I'll do it.
That just went off the rails completely. Give me a fish. Give me some wood. And teach
give
me
someone a fish. You teach them how to fish, and they can feed themselves. There you go. Teach me how to cut wood, and I'll do it.
Yes.
I just want fish now. Thanks.
Right.
So hungry.
A little mahi.
If we're all over the cliches, shall we play?
Let's do it.
I was going to put you on the spot and ask you what happened last session, but I'll roll VT first, and then when we're actually in the game.
We just killed a bunch of stuff last.
We killed zombies. It was zombies in a town. Yeah.
I killed some shit and I mouthed off to the mayor, so I think that's pretty much sums it up.
Right? Yeah, that does. Okay.
And we thought we lost Lex, but not the case.
Well, you haven't seen it yet, but we'll get to that shortly.
Not bad for.
I cut you off there, Mark. I do apologise.
Oh no, you're good. That's it. I quit. I'm out of here.
It's one of them reflexive actions. The mouth was floating and the button was halfway down. I had to commit by that point. Okay, so you've spent the last few days in Otari. If you put music on, David, I did forget that.
The music's on. Yeah, music's on for me.
It's
I hear it.
Okay, so you spent the last few days in Otari. You've been resting, you've been relaxing, you've been taking it easy after the events of the last few days, the outbreak of the undead in Otari, the things you faced in Gauntlight during your first expedition there to the upper level, and of course, as we said just a few moments ago, the injury that Lex sustained, and the not knowing whether she'd even lived or not. So on the morning of the fourth day, Rin, whose house you've been staying at, Rin Savinci, she calls you all together. Lex, you're fully healed. You're completely recovered from your ordeals. And the rest of you, fully rested, fully recuperated. Everybody's got all their hit points back. You've essentially had a long rest. And you all gather that morning on the fourth day in Rin's living room for a late breakfast. It's good to see you healthy once again, Lex. It's Rin.
Thank you so much for your care, Ren. I that's the closest to death's door I've ever been.
It really was. I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. We nearly lost you. It was really close.
Whatever you did, though, I can't believe in just a few days' time. Thank you so much.
Well, it wasn't just me. It was a town. It was the clerics at the Dawn Library. Everybody came together. I can't underestimate when I say this, but the four of you really are heroes of Otari. I know your cheesy medallions say that, but it goes beyond that. The town people, they know they owe you a debt.
No, our job's not done until we can figure out what's going on with that lighthouse. There's still so much for us to do.
I also have some other news. Lex, the only reason you were found was, Corporal Cooper. You remember him? Mm-hmm. He was the one that was with the captain. He broke his orders. He took a small contingent of men up to the church to try and find Captain Longsaddle, to aid him. They were outside the church fighting against the undead when the spell was broken. They fell, but not before Cooper was struck down. If he hadn't led those men to the church and had fallen in that battle, and the men outside found you, Lex, you wouldn't be here now. So Cooper is also a hero, and we can't forget his sacrifice. And we can't forget the sacrifice of the others that have disappeared or died since the Gauntlight was reactivated several weeks ago. So yes, you are absolutely correct. Our work here is not done. So come, tell me, what did you discover at the Gauntlight, and what do you know of what caused the undead outbreak in Otari?
I'll leave this one to Kingsman. I think he has the best summation of what's going on here. I still don't understand it.
Well, it's actually really quite simple, really. But first things first, Lex. I have to apologize. I know I say it every hour of every day, but I really am sorry. I kind of left you behind there. We got out when those zombies were there, and I was holding on to this spell, and I kept calling out, and I was holding on as long as I could, but in the end, I just... You have to let that spell go, and we really did think we left you behind.
I'm sorry.
I've been in the position where I thought I left someone behind when I had to make a difficult call. And I know how that can eat someone up and stick with you. I don't want any of you to hold that burden any longer. I'm here, I'm alive. You did what you had to save the city. I forgive you. We're a team, and we've got this together. Don't let this burden you any further.
I'm aware that we all have to return at some point. We haven't solved the mystery quite yet, and that's my fear.
Well, let's start with the spell you just spoke of. What did happen in the church?
Well, I'm not entirely sure. It just seemed that the undead, they were surrounding us. They were homing, not just like normal zombies. We've all seen zombies. We all know the stories about zombies, but these were different. It was almost like they could hone in on us. From the cemetery was vast. It was outside, but they knew exactly where they were. They weren't just mindlessly following one another.
Why was there a connection between the church and where we teleported to? Why the teleportation?
Well, you teleported. Where did you teleport to? And is this the spell that you spoke about that you were holding? Yes. Are you capable of teleporting yourself, Kingsman? That's powerful magic.
No, exactly. I mean, I'm still unlocking those levels of studies. They're way above my ability, but somehow the spell that was already there, I was able to tap into it, to control it, to manipulate it. But quite quickly, I was straining against that magic, and it overwhelmed me.
So, I've been to the church. I've seen the circle that's inscribed into the floor now. Did you do that, or was that there when you arrived?
That was already there.
And is it those energies that you were talking about you tried to control, and it's that energy that teleported you? And where did you teleport to? Back to the Gauntlet or elsewhere?
Yes, well, back to the back to the lighthouse. Yes, the Gauntlet.
Okay. And whereabouts did you teleport to? To the lighthouse itself, or somewhere else? Was there another circle in the Gauntlet?
Oh, I don't quite remember.
Yeah,
I was very drained at that point.
There was a sorry, as a DM, there was a, if I remember correctly, there was a circle there, isn't there? Because it was almost like a not a sacrificial place. It was almost like an altar place we were transported to.
There was a temple that you transported to, yes, and you made a religion check, and it was a temple of Nimbaloth.
Yes. The room itself is a shrine in dedication.
A shrine in dedication to who?
To Nimbaloth.
To Nimbaloth.
To Nimbaloth.
Somehow able to channel the magic and get us there. There's some sort of temple.
So at the name Nimbaloth, Rin jumps up and she rushes over to one of the cabinets that line this room. They're filled with books. She goes around for a few seconds and pulls one down, returns to the coffee table and flips it open and begins flipping through the pages. And eventually, she clearly finds what she's looking for. Yes, Nimbaloth. Here, there is an entry here. She's an outer god, especially reclusive outer god, who is told to hunt along the shores of the River of Souls. She is described as a shapeless entity and is known as the Empty Death. Now, she preys upon those who hunt souls themselves as they travel down the river. She devours both hunter and soul indiscriminately, and those which she consumes have no chance at the afterlife or any potential for resurrection. They are forever gone and forever nothing. It's also said that she is a god of will-o'-wisps and swamps and despair. She's said to be able to see through all will-o'-wisps and where her trace, when it is left behind, is a symmetrical pattern of 7 divots along the shoreline of the River of Souls, said to be her fingerprints.
When you say see through the will-o-wisp, as in like the Eye of Sauron kind of thing, like she uses the wisps as... Okay.
Yes. Wherever she holds sway or influence, faceless undead haunts those places, and plant and animal life in the area are especially hostile to living. Have you witnessed anything like that? Have you witnessed any wildlife or plants? What is the environment around the Gauntlet?
Well, yes, there was
the animals there, the wildlife. They were going against their captors. They didn't know why.
Yes.
The grubs, the giant insects, they turned against their masters.
Yeah, and there was that massive scorpion. We've never seen a scorpion so big, but it was like I guess mutated is the wrong word, but it had bits on it.
So, was there a particular trigger for that, or was they just attacking indiscriminately? And what creatures were at the Gauntlet that had animals?
The what are they called? The Mifits.
The Mifits.
Mifits. They were like
Miflits.
The Mitflits.
Mitflits.
They're goblin-like creatures. They normally live in the forests.
Giant flies.
Well, they were living in I guess the basement of the Gauntlet, or the ruined grounds which are there.
Okay, and these animals, what were they keeping them as pets or what?
Well, I initially I assumed like as pets or useful. They're much bigger than the Mitflits, so not exactly farm animals, but each one served the purpose.
And it seemed every time the light pulsated, they would grow more aggressive.
Yes. What's light?
From the Gauntlet. When it would
the lighthouse itself.
Yeah, as it pulsated,
itself.
It seemed to enrage and activate the creatures.
So you're saying the Gauntlet was lit yesterday when the undead attacked?
Yes.
Did you not see it from here?
No.
Oh.
It was sending out these magnificent pulses of energy. We could feel them. I'm sure it gave me a headache at some point, but and then towards the very end, it just activated. I think maybe a steady beam, and that's when we kind of, not long after, we started to see the fires of Atari, when the dead had awoken.
So there was a beam of energy, a beam of light that emitted from the lighthouse. Where was it aimed towards?
Atari.
And how long did this last?
Not long at all. Longer than a few seconds, but it must have been under 5 minutes.
And what made it stop?
I don't remember it.
I don't think it was
us.
Didn't we killed something that then stopped it, didn't we?
Oh,
I don't remember.
Oh, there was the crystal. Remember when we went up into the inside the lighthouse, and there was the crystal inside, and the pool of blood.
Yeah.
When we saw Velcora.
We killed something at the bottom of the ladder, then we went up, didn't we?
Yeah.
So was it the energy was emitting from the crystal?
Yes.
Describe to me what it seemed like. Was it a strong pulse? Was it a steady pulse? Did it waver? Did it peter out?
No, it just was a constant.
It was a heartbeat, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was like a dum dum.
Yeah. It really, my mind is so fogged from everything that's gone on. I mean,
We've been
Rin, have we told you about how we met Velcora?
Sorry, say that again, Lex.
Rin, have we told you how we met Belcora?
Yes,
Okay.
I was there. I was there.
Oh, you were.
And this, when we saw the lighthouse in those dreams, it glowed, a steady glow, and then we saw Belcora's face.
No.
So we
when
went up.
When we were at the Gauntlet, Belcora showed herself to us.
You saw Belcora.
She attacked Kingsman and Aramel and drained blood from them. We found a pool of blood in the room, and then Belcora appeared. Pressed on up to the lighthouse where there was light emanating from the gem in a constant throbbing up in the light room.
And it was after that she disappeared was when the smell of smoke just took over, and when we looked to the south, we saw the forest in flames towards Otari.
We also found a lens with an empty gem arrangement as well.
She jumps up and goes back to the bookshelf and searches for a few seconds, then pulls down another tome, this one older. The leather on the outside of the book completely cracked, and she opens it this time with a little more care and leaps through the pages. She reads for a few seconds herself and then looks up. It said that the original Gauntlet, back when Belcora lived before the Rose Guard defeated her in battle, that artifact could be used to teleport her creations, her creatures, over many, many miles. It is said that she gained the ire of Absalom itself because she teleported several creatures directly into the city. Now, Absalom is over a day's ride from here. What you're describing doesn't sound as if the Gauntlet is as powerful as what this suggests it once was. So was this a test run? Or has age affected the Gauntlet? Or is whatever is controlling it now not as powerful as Belcora?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, if this is a test run, they're surely just testing the strength of the gem. Maybe they are trying to recharge it somehow.
Which brings me on to the question, what are they using to power the Gauntlet? We already know there are people that have gone missing from town. Others, like us, who saw and can see the Gauntlet lit at night.
If I had to take a guess, I'm going to assume she's using souls to power this gem.
The link to Nimloth is clear. I would agree that there is some power, some unholy power being used.
Well, just one suggestion. I'm not Darrad knows I'm not exactly a holy dwarf, but the power of the arcane can do many things. If we are saying that these people have gone missing or have the ones who are killed by the zombies, if their souls are powering the gem, does that mean we could potentially rescue those poor souls and bring them back to life?
It's said in the scripture that once Nimloth has digested the souls or eaten the souls, that they're no longer recoverable. I guess if they're merely extracted at this stage and stored in some sort of crystal or battery because they're being used to power this artifact, then it could be possible to rescue them and to resurrect them. Though that is powerful magic in itself.
I mean, but until, I'm sure, as the crystal goes on, their souls are being depleted.
Yes, and once that energy is used, then yes, the soul would be used up. That is logical.
We need to destroy this crystal.
This is just out of game real quick. Where is this crystal currently? Do we have it, or did we leave it? I don't remember. I forgot what we did.
The crystal that's in the top of the lighthouse is still there. It's embedded in the workings.
Okay.
We couldn't extract it, if I remember correctly. Kingsman and I were tried to sort of get it out.
Yeah, and we tried to smash it, and nothing worked on it.
Yeah. So do you let Rin know that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we are unable to damage the gauntlet, and to be honest, I wouldn't have expected you to be able to damage the gauntlet. If it stood for 500 years untouched, then it's going to take a lot more than a few taps with a hammer, so to speak. I think we're better looking for the power source. I would suggest the crystal is the focus, not the source. We need to find where the souls are being extracted, and wherever this power is stored. What did you find elsewhere in the gauntlet?
Well, we found some more rooms, which we didn't really have time to explore the whole area. We were in a rush to get back when we saw the fires, so I suggest we could return. Now we've rested up, we are whole again. Maybe quickly get some more provisions and go back.
Aramil, would you like to make a recall knowledge check, please? Just a society roll.
Yes. Any modifiers?
If you've got any modifiers in society, then add those to the dice roll.
What does that fall under?
There's a skill called society.
Oh, there it is. +3. 15.
Okay, so you happen to be rummaging in your pocket while you're sat on the sofa, and you feel a rolled up parchment, and you suddenly recall that you found a chest of treasure that had been left for you, and on top of that chest of treasure was a letter from Boss Scrong, who was the head of the Mitflits. And in that letter, it described to you how the Mitflits had been kicked out from their lower level of the gauntlet.
Yeah, they were bullied.
And that he had left ajar the secret door which led downstairs, and if you mighty heroes would see fit to go and take care of the mushroom-eyed people that live below, then maybe he would forgive you for running it out of his own domain.
Not saying he didn't ask for it. He was kind of a jerk, okay?
He was kind of a jerk, yeah.
And that's all back at the gauntlet, right?
Yeah. So Rin picks up on that and says, well, if there are more subsurface levels below the gauntlet, then I guess that is where you should start your search. I doubt the workings of the lighthouse are above ground. If there are things to be found, then they'd be downstairs. I know you went to see Yaz, and Yaz has told me now that she sent her own crew to the gauntlet in the hope that they would be able to find some treasure. I understand why she did this, but it was reckless to do so without telling me. And I know she asked you to look out for Logan and his band. What worries me is the four of them have ended up blundering into whatever is powering this lighthouse and are the next victims, if they haven't already been victims themselves.
Yeah.
We need to find Logan and his crew. That should be our priority number one, as well as looking out for whatever is powering this lighthouse. And we don't know how long we've got until the next event.
Yeah. We found some evidence that Logan and his team had at least been over there, but the trail went pretty cold.
Okay. Then maybe they maybe they stumbled across this this hidden entrance to the lower levels.
Well, I hope you guys all like mushrooms because we're gonna go truffle hunting.
Being told I love mushrooms.
I'll get the pug.
This teleportation circle still intrigues me. I would suggest that is a quick way of getting between Otari and the Gauntlet. You know, my offer stands from previous of any treasure you find, I will buy at full price. That's what I can offer. I can help out where I can with any items you may need, but Otari's not a big place. I may have to send word to Absalom and have things dispatched.
We have some pieces to sell, and you are right. The transportation circle will prove to be a great asset, but at the same time, it'll be a great weakness to this town. It'll need to be guarded from both sides.
I will speak to the mayor, and failing that, I will speak to Captain Longsaddle.
We can't just have things popping in and out, ready to go boo in the night.
Where's the circle in Otari?
It's in the church.
Okay.
So, what items did you have to sell?
There is a whole long list of goodies that we've scrounged up in the past few sessions. Is there anything there that people wanted to keep? We do have a couple of plus one weapons. Does anybody use those?
Wait, so what I'll say is, if they're plus one weapons you don't use, we'll take the runes off of those plus one weapons, and you can apply the plus one rune to your own weapon.
Nice.
I'm definitely going to do that.
I think the wand should be given to Kingsman and kept.
It is a wand of healing.
In case I go down, someone needs to be
yes.
able to heal.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. I can certainly keep that. Yes.
I would like to grab a couple of those daggers just to have on hand. I'll take 2 of those.
Can anyone use the magical morning star?
Not I.
If you want to take the rune off of that and put it on your sword,
I would like to take a rune to put on my spear because I'm limited in my weapons. So
okay.
We've got the rapier as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So you've effectively got 2 plus 1 weapons that you can repurpose to your own weapons if you want.
How much would it cost to have the runes transferred over?
10 gold pieces.
If people don't have any problem with that, I'd love to knit the morning star if possible.
Yeah.
Yes. Very well.
do we know if that's a potency rune or a striking rune?
It's a potency rune.
Nice.
But striking runes give you double dice damage. They're very good.
Yeah, I'm actually wondering more about the rapier, if that's something I can use.
And also, Lex, bear in mind with your daggers, you could take that black adder venom.
Ooh, that's a great idea. I think I will.
Give them a little extra spice.
Yes.
Okay, you have a minor potion of healing and a lesser elixir of life, minor
We
elixir of
should
life.
Keep
Just
those.
keep those.
Yeah.
You've got dark vision elixir, which will give somebody dark vision for an hour.
Oh, and there's also the Wayfinder.
The Wayfinder, yes.
It's quite a beautiful item.
Rin is quite taken with the Wayfinder. She handles it. She opens it up when she sees the names of the Rose Guard inscribed inside. She's really thrilled. She says this is a real collector's piece. This is essentially priceless. I think you should keep this.
I was going to offer it to you if you're so taken by it, but
No, you.
Can it help us in our?
It may. It will tell you directions, and most importantly, it is a magical device. If you find something called an Ioun stone, then you can fit the Ioun stone in your wayfinder, and then that way it doesn't need to fly around your head. So that's a way of protecting your magical items. It's a great status symbol as well if you were to ever return to Absalom.
Nice.
And be recognised as a party that is able to get the job done, so to speak.
Well, who would like the Wayfinder? Rock, paper, scissors?
I know. I'm like, who's the best to keep that without it getting damaged?
Who wants to rock, paper, scissors then?
I mean, I would nominate
I
it
like
go
paper.
to Darrett or Kingsman, so.
Kingsman, you ready?
Yes. Oops.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1,
Yep.
2, 3.
Ah! Darn it, Darren. You got me this time.
We're so official.
And then there's something called a channel protection amulet. And what that will do is it will protect you either from harm spells or heal spells, depending on whether you're alive or undead.
What? Alive or undead?
Alive or undead. If you're undead, it will protect you from positive energy, i.e. a heal spell. If you are alive, it will protect you from harm spells or negative energy.
What did you say the rune was called, Steve, to put onto the weapon?
It's a potency rune, +1 potency rune.
How many of those were available?
2 in total.
Is that what was
One.
also on the rapier? Was a potency rune?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not on here for the longsword, or at least I can't. on this
Just
website.
just add a longsword +1 to your equipment.
Let's see. Add weapon. Rapier.
If Lex is having the rapier, Aramel, you said you're quite hindered, aren't you?
Oh, fair. I don't need it. I'm quite happy with my elven blade. So.
Well, yeah, I don't even know if I can use the rapier. I took one of the runes and added.
Yeah, because obviously the rapier and the morning star have got the runes. So
Yeah,
Lex,
take the
if you
rune
need
arrow
that
out.
rapier, you can have the morning star to have the rune off of mine if you want.
No, let him have it. I'm good.
You sure?
Yep.
You've got your poisons as well, haven't you?
Exactly.
So you can add,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you take it, Aramil. At
Thank
least
you.
use the rune. Yeah, of course.
Okay, so are there any mundane items anybody wants to repurchase? We'll just say you buy arrows and bolts and stuff like that. But is there anything somebody wants in particular whilst you're in town?
Do we have enough healing potions?
Yes, I think it'd be handy to stock up if we can. Maybe an extra 1 or 2. If we have the currency for it.
So a minor potion of healing will run you 4 gold pieces.
Then I will certainly buy 2 with my own cash.
Okay. There is a stock of 5 available in total.
Come on.
I wish I could.
Oh, I forgot 19. I'm going to take 2 also.
Okay, so there's 1 left.
You know, I don't have a healing potion, so if no one else minds, I'll do that.
Lex grab that.
Cool.
Okay. Right. Any other business?
Not from me.
No.
I'm just going to quickly check something.
Checking gold quickly. Is there a place to buy any runes in town? And how much do we think? Well, how much would they cost at this point?
Beyond what you
Beyond
would
what
have.
we've got.
And if you do want that sort of thing, then that would have to go
Sent
as
off
an order to Absalom. Yeah, so a few days there and back, if you like. What rune was you looking for?
I was just considering something for armor.
Okay. So potency rune, or I think like you can get slick runes and stuff like that, can't you?
Yeah, so I was just having a think of. It was one of those things, checking out the merchant for what he's got, on the magic side of things,
Yeah, no, that would have to go off to Absalom, so you can
Sort
put an
out,
order in. You can put an order in, and we can, next time you come back to town, it would be there. And you just have to find somewhere paying for it.
So I've got an idea. How much would it be then for a rune?
I would have to look it up.
Have to look. Oh yeah. That's fine. Worth. I'll make a note.
Okay. Anything else, Lex or Aramil?
I think I'm good.
I'm almost tapped on gold, but I would love some new armor when I can afford some.
Okay. Right. So as you wrap up your late breakfast, Rin stands. Please make yourself as comfortable as you can. Take as much time as you can, but just be aware we are in your debt, but I need to ask you to return to the Gauntlet. We need to find Logan and his crew. We need to find how the lighthouse is being powered and put a stop to it. I suggest you return to the church and use the teleportation circle if you can figure out how it operates. I will go now to see Captain Longsaddle and make sure, as you suggest, Darren, that the place is guarded, well guarded at all times. I will also speak to the mayor about some more rewards that I am unable to offer. He is a very rich man. He should be able to sling some gold your way. I will see what I can do for you.
Good.
Again, you have my thanks. And with that, she leaves. So you can take the rest of the day if you want, or you can head off to the Gauntlet now. It's up to you.
What time of day is it?
It's getting on for midday.
I would say let's go. We're gonna go explore the basement anyway. So who needs light?
Let's press on.
Exactly. I'm an elf. I can see in the dark anyways.
And for those of you that can't see in the dark, have you got torches?
Yes,
I can
I've
see in the
actually got
dark.
6. Yes.
Oh, okay. Right, so you're gonna head off to the church, yes?
Yes.
So by the time you arrive, there is already a guard in place. There are a couple of the town guardsmen stood stoically outside the church doors. When they see you approach, they reach in, grab a handle on the double doors, and pull them aside, and they bow as you walk past. So it's, you've definitely earned some respect from the aid that you've given Notari so far. There's a certain amount of hero worship being sent your way. You stride into church, and the place has been absolutely cleared. There are no pews. The altar has been moved, and the area that surrounds, circling the floor, has been cordoned off. The circle is still there. It's clear, but it's inactive. It's dark. It's dull. The last time you saw this, it was glowing with bright magical energy. The same sort of pulsating blue that you saw being issued from the Gauntlet Lighthouse. This is now completely dormant.
Can I cast Detect Magic?
You may cast Detect Magic.
That is a 2 action, but that's really not relevant now, I'm assuming.
No.
Oh. I lost my modifier on that. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I just want you to make me an Arcana check, please.
So just quickly, because I've been trying to write a quest log.
Arcana plus 7, 14.
Okay.
Things we're doing up here. We're checking out the crystal.
So priority number 1. This is the list from Rin. Priority number 1 is find Logan and his crew.
Yeah.
Priority number 2 is to find where and how the lighthouse is being powered.
Yeah.
Rin doesn't think the crystal is the power source. That's the focus part of it.
Yeah, something's behind it. And we've got kill mushroom people that are below, which is a quest from the king.
Quest from the boss, yeah.
Are we going to recognize Logan and his crew when we see them?
Yeah, we've got descriptions of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the Mushroom-Eyed people, also written in a letter, were ruled by the Wizard King. Okay, 14 on Arcana. It's definitely magical. There is a latent magical energy, but you don't really understand quite enough about the arcane magics to really understand exactly how it works, how all these runes fit together. You think,
but is it? Can I sense that it's coming from the circle though? That there's. You said it's dormant, but am I still picking something up from it?
Oh yeah, you're picking up a magical energy, the source of a magical power, and it lies in the circle. Yeah. So it's a circle that is magical, but its energy is dormant, and you don't understand enough about the arcane magics to know how you would awaken it.
Right.
So
Professor
Kingsman, who is more of an expert in the arcane arts, I would say, he may know.
Yes, step back here a moment. Let me give this another flex. And, I crack all my knuckles and I
maybe just lay down in the middle, sprawl out of it.
Here I am. That's a story for another day. I'm going to go up to the edge of the circle and just kind of put my hands out to see if I can feel any energy in the air, any energy coming as I get closer from the circle.
You can feel an almost ethereal curtain that surrounds the edge of the circle. When you push your palms against it, you get pins and needles.
I'll see if I can, as if I can play it like a harp. Put my hand in and tease it all. I can. Is it pulsing as I get closer, or what?
It's that pins and needles feels like it's a negative power. It feels to be drawing something from you or wanting to draw something from you. Okay. So there's a lack of energy to manipulate. It's almost like a vacuum that you can feel.
Okay. Right. I think I've made contact. I'm going to step in, but as soon as I do, I think you should all hold hands and step in with me. Are you ready?
I follow suit.
And I'll step in and I'll see if I can activate the circle.
So you'll step through this curtain of pins and needles, static electricity, however you want to describe it. And when you stand within, you can feel that vacuum, that silence. Everything on the outside world is dulled. The birds, the noise from the ocean, noise from the town, it's all that step quieter. Colours seem duller. The air seems more stagnant. it's everything within this circle is waiting. It's that charged potential standing at the edge of a precipice. You know the power is there, but you need a spark to ignite it.
Like a spell slot or the power of magic.
Make me an Arcana check, please, Kingsman.
So I was looking for looking for my cantrip. 18.
Darred may be onto something. You think casting something inside this circle would give you some energy to then manipulate. You think you understand enough about the circle from when you used it before to be able to manipulate it, but you need to give it that kickstart.
I will cast a cantrip. Does it matter which?
Nope. You think any magical energy would do?
Just my pencil. Okay. I'll cast a cantrip inside and see if I can manipulate it in my hand. And take magic and source it into the circle.
So unlike when you normally cast a cantrip, there's an instantaneous release of magical energy, and that magical energy has a purpose and effect. What's happened inside this circle is that magical energy has become material that you can then manipulate. So you have this small, for argument's sake, ball of fire that you can now wave around and manipulate, a small blob of fire. But it's so tiny compared to the engulfing mass of this circle. You're on the right track, but you don't yet have enough magical energy to enliven the teleportation circle.
Can I help with a cantrip of my own?
Yes.
I'll step up with Kingsman, and I'll sort of concentrate, and I'll form a divine lance spell sort of thing. But you know, almost try and sort of surrender the energy to Kingsman's use within the circle.
You complete your divine lance cantrip, and this beam of ice now starts oscillating around Kingsman's arms, interweaving with the flaming ball. So you've got these two elemental entities, almost like yin and yang, spinning around purposely in the air. And you're almost there, you're almost on the cuff, but it's not quite enough yet.
What do you think, Kingsman? All four, is it?
I think so. I think we all need to step in and let's get everyone ready first.
Though I have no magic in me, Lex, I'll step in.
As sort of Lex steps in, I'll again sort of move slightly closer, and I'll begin to use and cast Guardian on her, and use that not Guardian, Forbidding Ward. Sorry, Protect Companion cantrip, and use that energy to sort of surround us and utilization within the spell.
So you complete that cantrip, and Lex gets this sort of ghostly image over her body, this protective layer that, as soon as it appears around her, steps away and becomes this ball of life energy, this translucent green glowing orb that encompasses the spinning flame and ice, completing the required magical energy to power this teleportation circle. So with a final flourish, Kingsman completes his manipulation, and the energy bursts downwards into the runes. Immediately, every single rune across the floor glows into blue life, flashes, and as you disappear, settles back into dormancy, but not non-existence. So it will now glow. You've reactivated the teleportation circle, and it is now available for you to use whenever you need. Well done.
Cool.
So as that teleportation flashes to life, you disappear from view once again, reappearing instantaneously within the circle inside the Shrine of Nimbaloth. Nothing has changed over the last few days here. The double doors are still wide open. They lead out into the large open chamber where you encountered the Mitflits. You fought the giant flies. You fought the maggots. You fought the giant scorpion. Aramil, you recall the way to the secret door that was left open by Boss Strong. And as Rin suggested, you can descend into lower depths of the Gauntlet if you wish.
As we all sort of appear here, all sort of, if people begin to sort of move out and look around the room, I will just for a moment sort of place my hand on Lex's arm. Last time we left you, I tried to reach you and I'm sorry I couldn't. It won't happen again.
Lex takes Zarid's hand. We're in this together.
I sort of nod and turn away and sort of walk away slightly awkwardly and begin to sort of take note of the room.
Making things awkward. It's okay, buddy. We'll be fine.
So you walk over to the wall and you take in the thousands of tiny little skulls that are engraved into the wall of this temple or shrine of Nimbaloth. And you recall the hidden chamber that you found, where you found the wooden field, as well as a few other magical items, and the corpses are still here laying on the floor. Nothing at all has changed. So if you want to make your way out into the larger chamber, Aramil can lead you to the secret door.
Mm-hmm. Let's go. Come on.
Okay. So behind the secret door, which Boss Scrawn has left helpfully ajar for you, lies a flight of stairs leading down into the darkness. You'll need to descend single file, and for those of you who do not have dark vision, you will need to light torches because it is dark downstairs.
So who among us can't see in the dark?
Yeah.
I'm a half elf. How far can I see?
You can see.
Yeah.
I think 30 feet fine, 60 feet.
Dim vision or whatever it's
Yeah.
called. Low light vision.
Yeah.
I would say that even though we can all probably see in the dark, having some form of flame or warmth,
A little bit of torchlight
light.
would help.
it probably could go a long way. Just in case of emergencies, we have.
I'm assuming right
source
now
of
I'm
fire.
leading the pack. Is that accurate?
If you want to, yeah. The stairs are single file, so you're going to need to go down single file. So if you want to be out in front,
I'm at the top of the stairs. I'm looking down with my dim dark vision. Can I see the bottom of the stairs?
you can just see the bottom of the stairs, yeah. So that's right at the limit of your vision.
Shield up, spear up. I'm going to slowly and very cautiously begin to walk down the stairs.
Okay, so who's going to carry the torch if you're going to have one?
I can carry the torch. I can carry the torch.
I say,
I can cast spells, you see.
Yeah.
It won't hinder your spell casting, no?
No.
Okay, so Kinsman, you have the torch. So you descend the stairs. After about a minute or so of walking, after 60 feet, 70 feet, those stairs level out. Before you lies a chamber. Within that chamber, there are 3 plain wooden chairs. They sit alongside the eastern wall of this otherwise empty room. On the western wall, there is a closed wooden door. It looks like, other than the way you've come in, that wooden door is the only exit from this empty room.
I want to run a perception check on those chairs because they're creepy.
Go right ahead.
19.
19. You look over suspiciously, particularly at the middle chair. Do you enter the room?
Yes. Wait.
You walk over.
No. Yes. I did it. Yep.
You walk over and you push the chair a little bit backwards and forwards, and you notice that on the leg at the bottom on the right hand side, there is a small metal rod. And as you push that back, that small metal rod engages a secret door. And behind that chair, that middle chair, part of the wall pivots away and opens a door.
I thought you were going to say a large vat of acid.
Yeah.
Just to point out, I've changed the map for everyone
Oh,
in
good.
Owlbear. Steve, it doesn't say you're in, actually.
No, that's because I'm not. I was in there earlier, and now I'm not in there. I'm in there now. So you've found the secret door marked by the S, and it has swung open when you've pushed that chair backwards. Can all of you make me a perception check, please?
Oh, brilliant. 20. Dirty 20. 20.
25.
17.
Plus 8. Crap. 11.
So all of you, other than Aramil, can hear a conversation coming from the next room. Not where the secret door is.
Oh.
The room in the adjacent,
Over there, on the
yeah,
left.
to the west wall. Excuse me. There is a conversation coming from the room to the west.
Hmm.
Can we
go on.
understand what language it is?
It's one of them things where you can hear a conversation, but you can't quite make out the words.
Can I go a little? Can I be a little sneaky and use my big ol' elf ears that can hear really good things to kind of sneak on over and see if I can't hear anything better?
You would need to open the door, so you can make a stealth. You can make a stealth roll to open the door quietly.
I will do that for a total of 22.
Okay, so you stealthily crack the door open ajar and you put your face up against it. You can hear the conversation a little bit more loudly, and then it stops.
Shit.
You peek in, and you see the chamber beyond. You see 6 wooden chairs, or 7 chairs, 6 plain wooden chairs like the ones in this room, and the 7th one an adorned leather chair, quite luxurious, or would have looked quite luxurious. And the top table is what looks like remnants of a feast. The room is completely covered in dust, and it is empty.
Don't tell me we have ghosts.
That's
I ain't afraid no ghost.
All right, guys, we've got voices and nobody here, and a secret room. Where do you want to go?
I'm gonna venture to the secret room. Well, we know there's no ghosts at the moment.
Sounds good.
I'm actually quite interested. So
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah, the secret room might have secret stuff in it, so
well,
I like stuff.
I was interested in the voices. But,
Oh, you're interested in the voices. Okay, we're splitting the party now.
Those are just in your head, man.
Okay, so Kingsman, you're going into the room with a long wooden table. Aramil, you're heading to the secret door.
I'm going to back
Lex and
Kingsman
Darren.
up. I don't feel comfortable with him going by himself, so I'll keep an eye on him.
Okay, and Darren?
I'll back up Kingsman with the ghosts. As Kingsman goes in, I'm going to cast the bidding ward on him.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no one's going with Aramel? Bye, buddy. Bye.
I thought you were going with
Nice,
Aramil. Are
guys.
you going?
Oh, did I say Aramel? I meant King. Oh, well.
All right, 2 seconds. My monitor's just gone off. There we go.
That's what I get for looking at a notification.
Right. So So, Lex, you've gone with Aramil. Darrad,
Yep.
you're with Kingsman. Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
What does that Forbidden Ward do?
So basically, you are warded against attacks from a hostile, attacks and hostile spells from a target enemy.
Oh, cool.
You get a +1 bonus to armor class and saving throws.
Cool. Against magic attacks, basically.
Yeah, it'll only be from one enemy though.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Kingsman, Darrad, as you enter the room, you see what Lex saw, which is a long wooden table. It's surrounded by several wooden chairs, but only that chair to the north seems particularly comfortable. The rest of them are just plain wooden chairs. It's clearly aged. The cracked leather padding is mostly decayed, and as I said, thick dust covers every surface. So it's clear that this room has been unused for an extremely long time. The three chairs to the east and west sides of the table are occupied with the skeletal remains of humanoid creatures. They appear to be wearing robes or uniforms of some kind, but it's difficult to make out exactly what or confirm exactly what, because the material is mostly rotted away to nothing. There are serving platters and bowls that fill the table. So it would appear that whatever happened here the last time this room was used was a feast of some sorts.
I think, Darrad, that I mean, did you hear the voices? I heard them.
I heard them.
And obviously, there's no sign of a physical presence.
I'll take out my EKG meter.
Whatever we do, don't cross the streets. Friends at the, and I'll address the skeletons. Friend, I feel silly doing this, but friends at the table. We are here to help if any way we can.
Kingsman and Darrad, the room suddenly blurs before your eyes, and the scene returns to that of a feast midway through. There are 6 humans sitting in the 3 chairs either side of the table. Before them is a lavish spread, which has been artfully arranged on this long wooden table. There are great platters of meat, steaming vegetables, tureens of soup, and an artfully decorated cake that look resplendent and inviting. In fact, your stomachs growl in anticipation, and you involuntarily lick your lips. These humans are dressed in matching uniforms and are clearly servants of some sort. They are also clearly a little uncomfortable to be sat before such a feast rather than just delivering it to their masters. At the head of the table sits a familiar figure. This familiar figure is one that you will recall from the stained glass window in the church in Otari. It is a male drow. And what I'll do is I'll stick up on screen that picture from before. So that's the picture you saw on the stained glass window. And now you see that figure sat in this leather chair in this scene before you. He stands and he gestures grandiosely towards the spread on the table. Dear friends, please enjoy this feast which we have prepared. Let us celebrate Belcora and all she has achieved. Let us celebrate for better days ahead. Let us celebrate our loyalty and our revenge. And with that, he smiles a wide and toothy, evil-looking grin. Again, he brandishes his arms, swings them wide towards the food, and says, "Eat, feast, be merry." And gingerly the servants, they reach forwards and they each take their share. You know, they pass the plates round and they serve each other in a show of camaraderie. The drow sits down. He returns to his seat, that wide, comfortable-looking throne, and he sips gracefully from a gold chalice. A few moments pass in silence as the servants eat, until eventually an older man, the one sat closest to the drow, he coughs. Sorry to interrupt your thoughts, Volok, sir, but Madame Belcora, she's gone, slain at the hands of those absolute mercenaries. What is become of us now, sir? We can't just hide down here, sir. Are we to return to our homes? The drow looks up at that and stares deep into the eyes of the older servant, questioning him almost. No need to concern your thoughts with such questions any longer, Josiah. I have things all in hand. A grand plan to return us to glory. You trust me, don't you? Why, of course, sir, replies Josiah. Well, let it trouble you no longer. Your part in the grand plan will be revealed in no time at all. Mistress Belcora just needs her souls, and your pitiful ones will do for now. And suddenly, towards the rear of the table, one of the servants writhes and racks in pain, begins to go into a fit. They're shaking with racking breaths, with blood running from their eyes, their ears, and their nose. And like dominoes falling, one by one, the rest of the servants drop to writhe and fit in pain until, after a few moments, they collapse dead into their chairs. As our scene ends, you see Volok rise. He looks down at the corpse of the older servant he spoke to, and he says, "Yes, it is all in hand, dear Josiah. The first steps in our grand plan are underway." With that, he strides from the room outside the area of the vision that you see before you, and you hear one last thing as the scene fades back to the dusty table and the rotting food. You hear Volok say, "Borbo, attend me."
Borbo?
Borbo. B-O-R-B-O. One thing I forgot to mention, this room does have another door, and that door is in the south wall.
When it's finished played out, I'll quickly turn to Dad. Dad, did you see that?
Yes, Kingsman, I did. That is... What was that? Long time past or recent?
If these bodies have been left here to be nothing but skeletons, then
Can I examine one of the closest bodies and determine how long they have been dead?
Yeah, make me a medicine check. It's going to be quite a high roll, though.
I rolled a 10. 17.
I mean, long enough for it to have turned to a skeleton, so you are talking decades and longer.
It's not like they've been drained to this point.
No, this is not. This is a natural decomposition over a lengthy period of time, not a magical effect, so to speak.
That elf, the drow we saw at the head of the table, he's literally just killed them, and nothing has ever returned to this room apart from us now.
Decades. This is...
He just, as he said, he just wanted their souls, but I think we have to
catch up with the others and proceed forward.
I'm always curious behind what's behind door number 2.
Is that the door that the drow went through?
No, the drow went through the door.
We came through.
Yeah. Okay, we jump across to Aramil and Lex. So, you're unaware of what's happened in the room next door. You haven't heard any of this. The secret door is open in front of you. Yeah.
Before I do anything, I'm going to cast guidance on Lex. She's going to get a +1 to a perception check, saving throw, or skill check of her choice. And I'm going to take a good, long, hard look into this secret room before I do anything.
Okay, so to your south, the door opens that way, so you can see south. It is a long corridor, and at the end of that corridor, on the right-hand side wall, there is a set of double doors, and on the left-hand side wall, there is a door, single door.
I'm gonna
and make me a perception check, please.
From both of us, or just Aramel?
Just Aramel.
Okay.
My crap. 17.
Okay, you can hear the sounds of banging coming from the south. If you had to guess, it's from behind the double doors.
I'm gonna turn to Lex and tell her, "Hey, I hear some banging. You want to head towards the doors where I think it's coming from?"
Yeah, I'm sure we're gonna find something.
All right, so yeah, let's. I'm gonna go by the door and put my ears closer to the door and see if I can hear anything else.
Okay, yeah, Lex, do you want to make a perception check as well, please?
Okay. 19.
Okay, and Aramil?
Finally, 27.
Ooh.
Okay, this is definitely where the noise is coming from. Whatever is behind this door sounds like some sort of workshop. Somebody is really going out trying to take something apart.
Gently gonna put my. Is there doorknobs? What's on the door?
Yeah, there's doorknobs. Yeah.
I'm gonna gently touch the doorknob and just see if it feels like it's gonna move.
It's not locked. It's not locked.
I'm gonna slowly turn it and gently push in or pull out, whatever way the hinges are.
It's a push in.
Very slowly.
Yeah. Make me a stealth
in.
check. And I'll give you advantage because of the level of noise inside.
I think my stealth is +3, so we got a 3 and 10, 13. Hey, can I use the hero point?
You certainly can, yeah.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
forgot
damn
about
it.
this.
Yeah, 19 plus
Woo!
22.
Nice. Okay, so you managed to find the door that's been oiled in this dungeon over the last 500 years, and it smooths silently open. Do you want to go in?
No, but sure.
It's like, what do we see?
Can I?
You
wait.
take
I
you
put the
take
door
enough
open and
steps
I
into a
stick my head
room.
in first.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
door opens inwards. You
And my
walk
head
into the
gets
room to be able
flopped
to see
off.
it. Right, can you reveal the room, please, David?
Man, I've been sitting on the hero points for months.
I know.
Finally paid off.
Okay, so in this room, you see 4 creatures. And I'll quickly put up in StreamYards what these creatures look like. So I'm just going to jump the map off for a second.
Yep.
Lex, don't forget your guidance.
Yeah.
It looks like a golem.
It does look like a golem, yeah. So these are Morlocks, which Boss Scrawl described as the mushroom-eyed people. So you made a successful nature check.
Mushroom-eyed. They're not actual mushroom people.
Oh, they must die.
No. So this is your first glance at an actual Morlock. You guessed from the description Boss Scrawl left that these were the creatures he was talking about. They're subterranean creatures, and these 4 that are in this room are currently going at what looks like to be the remnants of a ballista. They have not noticed your entrance. So Lex and Aramil, please roll initiative.
What do we got to roll initiative for if they didn't see us?
Because I'm going to give you your bonus action after we've put the initiative tracker in. Dave, can you add one of the Morlock scavengers to the initiative tracker, please? And I scored an 11.
I got a nat 20.
Well done.
Hey.
Oh,
sorry, mine's 17. I forgot to add my perception score on. So
not that a nat 20 matters in initiative. But...
you still get to add your perception score, so that's still a big number.
Oh, so it's still 27 then.
Yeah.
14.
Dara, do you hear sounds of something?
No, I don't think I do. I think we should just carry on this way.
Let's find that cake. It's only been 500 years. I'm sure it's had enough sugar. Survived.
So what did you get, Lex? 27, was it?
27.
Damn.
Okay. Right. And Lex, you are up first. So this is a surprise round.
Good.
And you will get 1 action in the surprise round.
Well, I want to. If they are not paying attention, I'd love to sneak attack the one that is closest to me.
Yeah, go for it. But you're gonna have to do a ranged attack, or you can use your one action in this part of the round to move in if you wish.
No, I'll use my crossbow to sneak attack that. So Lex kind of comes in through the door and she spots the Morlocks being creepy little mushroom-eyed doodads, and she cocks her crossbow up and she is going to roll. Oh, do I want to use my perception? Oh, maybe I'll use. Should I use my? No. Okay, let's roll that. Roll, please. What is it? A 1d8.
You have to roll to hit first.
Right. Roll to hit. Come on. I'm hitting the. All right, I'll just roll the dice. I was trying to use the fancy little thing. That's not fun. That is a 9. I think I'm going to use a hero point.
I would use a hero point, yeah.
Yeah, we don't like them. Oh, that's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay, that is a hit. Roll your damage and add your d6 for your snake attack.
Awesome. So let's roll a nice little d8 here. That's a 5 plus 4, so 9.
9 points of damage. So, okay, you fire the there and it hits. We'll say it hits the closest one in the back. Yeah.
Yeah.
This one here. Okay. So that one now has the crossbow bolt sticking out of its shoulder.
Nice.
Aramil, you have your single action in this surprise phase.
If I attempt to move, is that gonna possibly mess up my sneak attack?
You won't get a sneak attack because you don't have that feat.
I'm gonna cast Breathe Fire then from where I'm at. So yeah. I'm assuming that's a cone. So is that probably not gonna hit him?
Well, how long is the cone?
15-foot cone. Oh,
no,
shit.
From where you are, it would only get the first 2. It would get the first 2.
So you're saying I can't move?
If you can move, but that's all you can do because you're only getting 1 action. So to move would be one of your actions.
All right, so we're gonna scratch that, and I'm gonna hurl my spear at the same one that Lex does.
Yep. Roll to hit.
That's a 6. I'm going to use another hero point to redo that. 9 and 5, 14.
14 hits because they are flat-footed. Their armor class is 16, but the +2 you get because they're flat-footed is it. So well done. Roll your damage.
Am I rolling that D6 on top?
No, you don't have sneak attack, so it's just your weapon damage.
Straight D6. 4.
4. And don't forget it's a +1 weapon you're using, yeah?
Say again?
You're using your spear, which is you put the potency rune on, didn't you? So that's
It
+1.
is. I did my +5. Is that to attack? That was my attack. I added the +2.
Yeah, you get the +1 to damage as well.
Okay, so then 5.
5. Okay. It's looking very injured, but it's still alive. So we're going to cut there to Kingsman and Darrad. So Kingsman and Darrad. There is a door in the south wall of this room that you're in. The scene has played out. What do you want to do?
Darrad, there's a door over there. In the vision, did you see which way the drow leader went?
He went back through the door we came.
So I suggest, look, if you look at the floor, look at the table, the dust is thick. There's no tracks anywhere. So I suggest maybe it will lead back to servants' quarters or something. I don't know. They said it might be worth taking a peek before.
Check the door. Have a look at least before we head back. Yes.
Yes. So I'll wander down one side of the table and I'll go to the door.
Yep. Go ahead and reveal the next room for me, please.
Okay. I will open the door. Just going to take a few clicks. Ooh. Okay.
Okay, so you open up this chamber. It's clearly a storeroom. There are shelves lining both sides. There are the remnants of plates and serving dishes and cutlery and that sort of thing, and sort of service paraphernalia for obviously supporting this dining room that you've just come from. In the wall, directly in front of you, there is a rather obvious secret door from this side. So you remember, like in old French and English royal family houses, and like that, they would have servant doors that are hidden into the walls.
In the paneling.
Yeah. So obviously on the other side of this, there must be that sort of thing, but you can clearly see it from inside the cupboard where nobody else is going to see it. So it's a secret door and it leads to the south. Make me a perception check, please.
Okay, perception. 15.
You can hear sounds of battle from the other side of that door.
Darrad, help me! There must be something that opens this door, like a book. Pull a book or something. I'll start searching around the door, see if there's a panel, or push the door.
You push the door and it levers open. It's like you get that click sound, and then the door opens inwards towards you.
I found it, Darrad. Look, that was
well done,
Kingsman. Yes.
Brilliant deduction skills there.
Yes.
So, can you two roll initiative?
Hey.
Put yourselves to the initiative tracker, please. Whilst we head back up to the top of the round to Lex. So this is now your full turn, so you will get all 3 actions.
Excellent.
It's perception for initiative, isn't it?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Drop me D20. Be back.
It went on an adventure.
Yeah.
Each box is 5 feet or 10.
5.
Perfect.
14 for me. So I'll go 13. I'll go last. There we go.
All right. Lex is going to ready her Elven Curvin blade, pull that out of the sheath, and she is going to do a running slide into the Morlock. Well, not slide, but kind of run towards and like with her blade and hack into where the Morlock's chest is.
Yeah, go for it.
Yep.
Roll to hit.
Okay, rolling to hit. We're gonna spend a hero point. That was a 4. We're not gonna do that. Even with my bonus. There we go. That's still not a good one. Let's spend my last hero point. No, I can't do that, can I? Can I do 2 in a row?
No.
That would have been a 13.
No. So
no. Oh wait, no, and it's too late to use my guidance. Oh, bugger.
Can we donate hero points?
No, I mean I just can't do 2 in a row.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But so you can you move yourself on the map? So you've moved down, yeah?
Yeah, that was
to where there?
Yeah, well, it's gonna be here. Really, there was where I was going, but we'll go there.
That's fine. No,
yeah, I didn't want to. Yeah,
You don't want to be too close to all of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so you run in, you slide, you miss. Okay, so that's 2 actions. You still have 1 attack left.
All right, she's gonna while she's kind of like down, she's gonna take her sword and go for one more hit.
Okay.
And I know that will take a don't I get a negative on that one?
You get a negative, yes.
Ooh,
yes.
But 19 plus 7 is 28.
26 yes? minus 5 26. Is 21.
Yeah.
So you hit.
Yes.
You hit. So this creature, because it has not gone yet, is still flat-footed to you. Nice. So you get your sneak attack damage.
Oh, brilliant. So we'll let's roll. Where are my rolls? That's gonna be a 4 plus 3, 5.
5 points of damage. How do you want to kill this one?
Yeah.
I'm assuming you've attacked the one that you shot and Darren.
Yeah, the one. Yes, the one we've shot. As Lex recovers from her miss and her slide, she I wish I could just do this person. She just kind of like kicks her foot out and leaps up into the air, slicing the neck of the Morlock. Not slicing it off, but hitting an artery with blood splurting everywhere. And Lex recovers on her feet like the nimble elf that she is.
This one slides to the floor dead in a pool of ever-increasing blood as all these things happen at the same time. And as your go finishes, a secret door just to your right, slightly behind you, opens up, and Darred enters the battle.
Nice.
Right. Darred, a little help here, please. Don't know where you came from, but we got our hands full.
Have the Morlocks moved against Lex yet?
No, they have. They've been blissfully unaware and seem to be in the process of taking apart a ballista that's laying on the floor in several bits already, and they're hammering and banging it at the moment. And Lex has just slid in and slit one of them's throat.
Nice. Okay, I'm just going to run straight into combat then.
Hey, go for it. So 1 action to get in melee range, and then you have 2 attacks if you wish. So just to clarify, that one is off the board. Gone.
The second attack is with a much lower hit, isn't it?
Yes. So the first attack is your full bonus. Your second attack is -5 to that normal score. So if your normal score is 5, your second attack would be 0.
So first hit is 21.
21 hits.
D8.
Don't forget to add the +1 extra to the damage as well.
I've got it put as a +1 longsword now, so I presume it's done it automatically.
Yeah.
And that's 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay. And your second attack?
Second, oof. Critical fumble.
Okay, right, I've got them out. Go for it. Critical fumble deck. So this is a slashing weapon.
Yep.
So it says, close to the ear, you are deafened until the end of your next turn.
How am I deafened?
I have no idea. Oh, sorry, that's range. I read the wrong one.
Oh, like that's random.
It's you take a -1 circumstance penalty to attack rolls until you score a critical hit.
Oh, that's harsh.
Yeah, it is. So that's effectively your longsword +1 negated for a moment.
Negated, yeah.
Okay. Oh, what's another one there today? It keeps switching itself off. Okay, right. But he did do 8 damage. So, yeah, that one is injured. Still standing though. And with that, it's my go. So that one will immediately turn to you, Darred, and take a swipe back with its dagger.
Horrible.
That's a 25 to hit.
I would love to say no, but yeah, it is me.
That is 3 points of piercing damage as it stabs you in the meat of your thigh. You see this creature moves with some grace, sort of leaping around all over the place, almost like a chimpanzee moving. It seems to be all arms waving around, but it's very agile. And with that dagger, it uses the stab that's down your leg to pull itself up your body and take a bite towards your shoulder. That is a natural 20.
Ouch.
Fuck.
Ouch.
And you will take 10 points of damage as it sinks these large in size as canine teeth into the meat of your neck.
Oh.
It releases its grip, both of its jaw, and pulls the dagger out of your leg, falls back, takes a step backwards into the pack of these creatures. Let's just flick over to there. And that's its go over. The next one steps forward. Lex attempts to stab you twice with a dagger. So one hits 25 and the other one hits an 8, which I'm going to assume is a miss.
Yeah, that does miss at least one.
You take 2 points of damage with a dagger, and then it too retreats. To the same square.
What?
As the last one. And then the third one steps up, also loses itself in the same square. And these creatures, agile as they are, all become this sort of single unit of moving around.
It's Voltroning.
Yes. This writhing mass of limbs and teeth and daggers, all sort of together, moving around continuously, writhing about in front of you.
No. Just no.
This would be a great time for a fireball.
Yes. Yes, it would.
And talking of fireballs, Aramil, it's your go.
I might be able to assist. I immediately just get a little bit closer here and cast Breathe Fire. 18 DC on that.
Is that a reflex saving throw?
Yes.
B&G dice. Buy them. Another natural 20.
No.
Did you fail?
A 16 and a 14. So the lowest score I got on my reflex saving throw was 23.
Can I spend a hero point to
You can
distract
spend £15 on your own B&G dice, if that's what they cost. Can you spend a hero point on distracting them? I will allow it, yeah.
Basically, it's just a case of, as I sort of fumbled my attack and they all move, and Aramil sort of moves in, it's sort of roaring out and trying to literally just distract them in any way I can so that he can get a good advantage over his shot.
Okay.
And
So
I'll use one of my 2 hero points.
Right, use your hero point. You cry out in rage as this creature's bit you and then retreat into safety. And as they're all riding around, they all stop and look at you. Just as Aramil unleashes his fire breath, so I will re-roll my saving throws. The lowest I got was 23. So you go and buy some BG dice. That was an 18, a 16, and a 14. They're coming to Games Expo with me next week.
All right, so you got one that made the fortitude save, right? Or the reflex save.
What was the reflex save DC?
It was 18.
I got 23. 23 was my lowest score, so they all passed.
Oh, lovely.
So do I take half damage?
You deal 2d6 fire damage to creatures in the area with a basic reflex save. It doesn't save, but whatever. Yeah, so
I pass. I take half damage.
3 times or just once?
Just once, and then tell me what the damage is.
5.
5. Okay, they all take 5 damage. Are they? Oh no, I pass, so they're not a light. That's a 2-action spell, isn't it? So you have.
Yeah, I moved. So yeah, I'm done.
Good. Okay. All right. That looked good. You hit all of them. Effectively, you've done 15 points of damage there, so that was good.
Rock on.
And Kingsman, finishing up the round. It's you next.
Okay, I am going to run in to the room with all the screaming and shouting going on. 5, 10, 25. I'll get over to here. What the fibble sticks is this? What the hell is that thing?
It's a fibble stick.
It's a fibble stick.
Mr. Fibble is very cross.
Immediately cast. You say this is kind of, they've merged into one form, or they're considered one form?
They are considered one form, and they do this for defensive reasons. They get an armor class bonus when they writhe around like this as a single unit.
Okay. I will cast Tanglefoot, and immediately out of the ground burst these thorny vines that start wrapping around them, with big like needles on them, digging into their flesh, and that will hold them.
So is that another reflex saving throw?
Oh, it's a spell attack.
Oh, okay, go for it.
It's a saving throw. It's a spell attack. So that is 20 and a 1d6. I got a nat 20.
Oh, come on.
So that's 26. I got 26.
That, sir, is a critical hit.
A critical success?
Yes. Their armor class is 16, so you got 26. That's a critical hit.
According to this most excellent book, the critical success target gains immobilized condition and takes a minus 10-foot circumstance penalty to its speed for 1 round. It can attempt to escape against your spell DC to remove the penalty and the immobilized condition, but that's on its next round.
Yep.
But it is stuck fast. This thing just tightens and tightens and tightens with their thorns digging into their skin.
That was an excellent attack. Would you like your critical hit extra bonus?
Yeah, it doesn't say it does damage, but go for
it. So you do nerve damage. You do normal damage, and the target is slowed 1 until healed. So you've effectively punctured their calf muscles, their ankles, and that sort of thing. So they have a permanent slow until they are healed.
Cool.
So that spell doesn't do any damage, you say?
Yeah, there's no damage. It's literally just to stop them in motion.
Okay. So very good. So these creatures, which were using this tactic to move around and get an advantage to their armor class, are now completely immobilized, completely frozen in place. Lex, as it is your go. So these creatures are crying out to be sneak attacked.
Yeah. So Lex is obviously going to do, kind of
horrendous amounts of damage.
Horrendous. Yeah, unless they blow my roll here. So she's gonna come in close, and she is going to ready her blade, and she is just going to slice into the non-writhing group of Morlocks for 17 to hit.
Yeah.
17 hits. So roll your damage.
Oh wait, I have to clear that. Reset. We're gonna do 1d8 plus 4. I have a 4. I rolled 4 plus 4.
So 8 total.
Yes, maths.
Okay, you kill the one that you kill the one that Darad injured in the previous round.
Good.
So that is 1 down with the first attack. If you want to make another attack, please.
Yeah, I think I will. We're gonna do this for 21 minus 5.
16, that is a hit.
Great. And then we're going to roll 1 single damage plus 4.
So 5 damage in total.
Yeah.
Okay, you injure the next one. You stab it in its shoulder, not quite reaching any vital organs, but you can make your third and final attack. Oh no, you moved, didn't you?
No, I moved.
Okay. So yeah, you took down the injured one, and the second one is now quite heavily injured.
Nice.
If you'll go over, and Darad, you're up next.
I will rinse and repeat. And my +1 is negated. That will make that a 14 to hit.
Yeah, that is a hit. And they're immobilized.
They're immobilized. Does that mean it's an advantage or just lower AC?
Lower AC.
6 damage.
Yeah. I'll do that damage on the other one that Lex wasn't attacking last time, so that one is now more heavily injured.
And does a 7 hit?
No, a 7 doesn't hit.
That's my go.
Okay. So there you go. They attempt to pull themselves free from these entangling vines.
Is that a saving throw?
What is it? A dexterity saving throw? Reflex.
Yeah, it's dexterity, and spell DC is 16.
Okay, so one of them is still trapped, but the one at the top basically uses pushes his friend down deeper into the tangles to escape.
Okay.
So one of them is free. Is that one action to get out, or is it all their actions to get out? Does it say?
It does not say. It's not specific.
Right. I'll say it takes 2 actions to free, because normally to lose condition is 2 actions to get rid of. Darad, it's going to attack you with its dagger as it managed to pull itself out.
With its jabber.
That is an armor class of 17.
And that misses.
Okay, so it jumps up, pushes its friend down, takes a wild swing in your direction that just glints off of your armor. And that's Morlock's go over. Aramil, you're up next.
I am going to charge to the Morlock, pick up my spear in the meantime because I threw it initially.
Yeah.
And I'm going to leap up in the air and come down on... You said they're separated at this point?
Well, one is sort of standing on top of the shoulders of the other one. So one's not moving at all, and the other one's sort of doing this wild dance arrangement. So
the one that's dancing like a lunatic, I'm leaping up and coming down on his head, his face, wherever I can.
Yep. Cool. Roll to hit.
18 plus 5, 23.
That is a hit. Roll your damage, please.
6 plus 1, 7.
How do you want to kill that one?
Yes.
Oh, come right down on the top of his head, right through his skull, and come out the back of his neck. If now is that just 2 actions? I moved, I attacked. Do I still have 1 more attack?
You still have 1 more, so you can basically put your foot on its chest and yank your spear out.
I'm gonna rip the spear out and come right down to the other one. Now that's no modifier on that, correct?
It would be -5 of what your normal modifier is.
It would be 5, so yeah, that's no modifier. 1. So I pull it out.
Critical fumble deck. Here we go.
Flat on my back.
All of that effort, a man of your age, has worn you out.
The first
you are
one was
now
epic.
fatigued. It was a jump in the air. You've put your back out.
I flipped on all the blood.
Okay, so that's your go over, and Kingsman. There's one poor, lowly, wretched little Morlock scavenger currently trapped and helpless in your Tanglefoot spell. What do you want to do?
I will just put it out of its misery. I will. There's a big, this pile of rubble nearby. Yeah.
Yep.
So I will use a telekinetic projectile. I'll just use the force, pick one up, and straight to its head.
Savagely bludgeon it to death.
Yeah.
Out
of its misery. That is. Oh, it's a 19 plus 6.
Ooh.
That's a hit.
And that is a 1d6 plus 3. So that's 4 damage.
How do you want to do it?
Yeah, just literally, just like the rock, pick it up, boom, and the head disappears, the rock embeds itself into the wall, and you just have this headless body standing there, like, and then it falls down to the floor.
Brilliant.
Well done. You managed to destroy 4 Morlock scavengers.
Hooray.
Yay!
They were nasty little critters. The whole Voltron thing was annoying.
That is an ability they have to protect themselves, to work as a pack.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, how'd that work out for them?
Not very well. Not very well. It just meant that Tanglefoot could be used nicely and easily on all of them. Yeah, I shall remember that for next time. So this large open area is a filthy mess, as you can see from the map. Even beyond the collapse to the south that clogs part of the room with rubble, half-eaten fish, cat-sized beetles and bits of waterfowl lie strewn about in a tangle amid gnawed bones of larger creatures. Towards the southern end of the room is the remains of what looks like a ballista that they were pulling apart, as I said, when you came in and attacked. Other than that, the room is empty. There are several doors off the room. I'll tell you now that those small areas are what looks like servants' bedchambers. You can spend some time searching them if you wish, but there is nothing of interest in them. There are 2 ways out of this room, other than the way you came in and the secret door. There is a set of double doors in the northwest wall, and in the area at the end of a corridor further down there is a single door.
I'm
rethinking.
Well, okay. I want to roll perception to see if I notice anything, like any signs of Logan and other humans that may have come through here recently.
Not a perception check. Can you make me a survival check, please?
Ooh, okay,
In fact, anyone else that wants to make me a survival check, can you please do so?
15.
Oh, natural 19.
Survival.
26.
1.
21.
Okay, so Aramil and Darrad. As soon as Lex mentions about Logan, you remember, oh yeah, if these creatures down here, these creatures have quite large feet, much larger than humans, and their toes are distinctly different, so they would leave a completely different footprint than a human would. So you decide to search the floor, all 3 of you. Kingsman has got caught up in God knows what. He's been distracted by something over the corner. The 3 of you search around the floors, and Darren and Aramil, you find a clear set of barefoot human tracks which lead across the room from this set of double doors up here to this set of double doors here, where they disappear inside.
Okay.
I'm guessing it's Logan.
Huh. Well, while I love to clear a room, I think we should follow the tracks.
I'm gonna cast heal on Darren because I know he got chewed up a little bit.
I was gonna say I was just looking at my my spells. So, was anyone else wounded?
Just negative. I lost 2 hit points, so I'm good.
I'll take an action to cast my heal that booms out to everyone.
Oh,
Yeah, so you're going to do a 3 action heal, so it will
yeah.
heal a radius. Yeah.
Thank you.
Go for it.
So that is amount of healing. It's heightened. So we are 1d8. Oh, that is 6 healing for everyone.
Okay.
Does that bring you up, or you still need more?
I'm good.
I'm down 7.
Ooh.
Do you have anything else, or do you want me to cast heal on you?
Darren, wait. Let's try the wand of healing.
Yes.
But just first, it doesn't need to go anywhere, does it?
No,
It can
it's
be
not
cast
a
at
thermometer.
range.
I'm assuming so. But let me just check, shall we? Let's read the instructions.
I think he's asking, do you have to shove it up his bum?
Yes, that's why I said it's not a thermometer. I'm not going to take your temperature with it. I just want to heal you.
Oh, that's terrible.
So maybe a quick ding would suffice. You see. GM, I don't have the details in front of me, so I've just had Wand of Heal first level.
So Wand of Heal first level will only cast once per day the heal spell at level 1. So it will do effectively the same as what Darred's spell does. So you can use 1 action, 2 action, or 3 action version of that spell.
For the whole boom.
You can do the boom out of it, yeah. So 1 action heal would be a touch, 2 action heal would be at range, and the 3 action heal would be the boom.
An explosion.
If we want to save, I have a healing potion we can use for Darren.
I would say use the healing potion.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. We use this in case of emergencies.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Darren my freshly bought healing potion. Further burdening him with guilt.
Fantastic.
Here you go.
Right, I am aware that it's 11 o'clock. Do you mind playing on for a few minutes, or does anyone have to get away?
I've got 15-20 minutes until my pizza arrives.
Okay. Perfect. We will finish in 15. Or within. We will finish within 15.
All right. How much do you get for the healing potion, Darren? I mean, what did you heal yourself for?
What is it I've got to roll?
It's a 1d6, if I remember correctly, a minor potion of healing.
Yeah,
1d8.
Even better.
Okay.
I rolled a d6, I rolled 3, I rolled a d8, I got 3. So 3.
Perfect.
I guess you're meant for 3.
Okay, so you're stood in front of the double doors, and there is a set of human footprints lead inside. What do you wish to do?
Do we hear anything?
Make a perception check.
Everybody?
Yeah.
Might as well. 15.
21.
23.
26.
3.
I don't hear anything.
It is eerily silent on the other side of these double doors.
Okay.
This place is cursed.
Just slowly opening the door.
While it is apparent that this large room was originally a kitchen, The furnishings have been rebuilt and repositioned to create an improvised shrine. The western end of this hall, where a large fireplace of cooking food once stood, now serves as an altar of sorts. Looming over a human corpse is a towering statue in a feminine shape made of bones, covered in sheets of mouldering cloth and hanging moss. A bare spot on the room's north wall, and I will just indicate where that is in our Bergman zone. So that's here, there. Okay. So the bare spot on that wall has been decorated with mud and blood to depict the same feminine form as the statue. You recognise the crude depictions as an unskilled hand's attempt at Belcora's own features. That face is burned into your unconscious mind after the events of the past few weeks, so it's very hard not to recognise who this person is supposed to be. There's a door in the north wall at the far end of the chamber, and that would represent your only exit from this room. So at the base of this statue, which is over here on the west side, there is a body of a human male.
You mean like a recent...
Like a...
Well, I'm waiting for you to go over and investigate.
All right, Lex is going to go take a look at that person.
Okay, so yes, the body has been freshly killed.
Oh boy.
It's not decades old. It's not decomposed in any way. It's not been killed in the last 10 minutes, but it's fresh compared to the other corpses you've seen down here. It's naked. It has been clearly killed ritually. It's been gutted, and parts of those entrails have been spread around the base and over the top of the shrine.
Tasty.
You notice on the corpse's shoulder is a bird tattoo. So if you would like to make me a society check, please, Lex.
Will do. For a whopping 20, not natural.
Okay, so you recognise that tattoo as an osprey, which clearly marks this person as a member of the Osprey Club, which is a well-known thieves guild in Absalom. You surmise that this unfortunate wretch is one of Logan's crew. Does not fit the description of Logan, but is clearly one of his crew. You notice on top of the altar, beneath parts of said person, is a gem, a softly glowing rune that you recognise from the ones that you transferred from the other weapons as a potency rune, a weapon potency rune, and also a green gem that's glowing with a sickly green magical light. So there's a red bloodstone gem, which is worth 10 gold pieces, and a sickly green glowing gem, and a +1 potency rune for a weapon.
Well, now I want a +1 potency rune for my weapon.
Okay, there's nothing else here. Up in the door out to the north.
Were we ever told how many crew members Logan had?
There was Logan +3, so 4 in total.
Does anyone mind if I grab that potency rune for my weapon?
No, go for it.
Cool, thanks. All right. Lex puts that on her elven curved blade.
Okay. That is now a +1 weapon.
Yes.
Okay, where do you want to go next?
I'm tempted by the next door. Is there any tracks? Is this where the bodies potentially come from? Like the previous rooms we were in were all dusty. Then we saw the tracks of what we think were the Morlocks. But does it look like this body was placed here through the double doors, or coming through the single door?
So this person has been marched in from the other side of the map. Okay, so the human tracks, if you want to look at Albert, started over here tracked across the room and ended here.
Okay.
Okay. There are Morlock tracks going out this door where you're standing, but no human tracks going that way.
Okay, I'll open the door.
Okay, you open the door in front of you. So, only a few fragments of the shelving that once lined the walls of this pantry remain today. 2 doors exit from this area, one to the northeast and one to the northwest. If you want to open the northeast door, you find a set of stairs that lead down. So this is clearly evident of yet another subterranean level below the gauntlet. And the northwest door opens up onto a short corridor. Along that short corridor, there is a closed door on the left-hand wall. And that corridor continues down a shallow flight of stairs to an open area which you see is strewn with rubbish. There is a very, very strong smell of the swamp within this corridor as you open that door. Pervasive smell of the swamp. So you think there must be another entrance, another external cavern or something in this area, and that's where the smell of that water is coming from.
Anyone want to go for a swim?
I'm not sure about having a swim, but I'm certainly going to follow my nose.
Certainly does not smell good.
So there's a door, or there's the stairs down to that open area.
Oh man, there's still the statue from earlier. I guess that doesn't matter. Excuse me.
Is she?
Oh, I know, Kingsman. You're leading the way.
Well, I'm just gonna follow my nose. It's rather large, so I might as well. It's just interested where what the smell is.
Okay, so you go out into that open area. It's actually a small cave. The north end of which is open, and you can see the mouth of a swampy, flooded cavern entrance. You can see from the corners, you can see outside, you can see the light of the afternoon sky to your left. So there's some sort of subterranean cave entrance in here that must be hidden by reeds or grasses from outside. You possibly even went past it when you first arrived at Gauntlet on your own boat. There are a few ruined rowboats which are lying in heaps to the southern end of this chamber. There's strewn nets of tangled coils of rope and remnants of a pulley system which are hanging from the ceiling. So this is clearly a dock of some sorts where things might have been unloaded from boats brought in from outside via the waterway. Looking across from that beach to the northeast, you can see what looks like a beach area on the other side of the cave. The only way to get to it would be to swim through the murky swamp water.
No chance. No. Who can swim?
Bloody coward.
So do you want to search round down here or anything?
Curious what's behind this door over here.
Yeah, let's make sure our back is protected, I guess, before we go swimming.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
So looking at the map, Darragh, you're on the stairs. Kingsman, you're on the beach. Lecture at the door. Amel, I'll say you're up as well. Kingsman and Darragh, can you make me a perception check, please?
Ooh, 23.
18.
Okay, so the pair of you underneath this boat here, from your vantage point, you see what looks like the edges of a chest, a sea chest. So it's quite a large chest, made of thick, heavy oak wood.
Okay. Well, I'll pick it up and put it onto the boat so I can get a better, or push the boat out the way, dig it out.
So
Is the
you-
ground
you-
sand? You said this was a beach.
Yeah, it's like a beach. It's gravelly sand. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So pull out the chest. Is it jewelry size? Is it a big?
It's a
travel
big,
chest?
it's big sea chest, like somebody would take to sea, like a sailor would take to sea. So it would have all their equipment and kit in, if you like.
Darren, give me a hand. This is a job for two.
Sort of sheath my sword and I'll help him lug it out.
Okay. So you flip back the lid. It's not locked. You flip back the lid to see what's inside. Inside, there is a tangle of coins in the bottom. There is a great axe, and there is an ornate-looking wand.
Ooh.
You're transfixed by that wand, Kingsman.
Yes, I am.
You dive in there and start rumbling around, and because of that, you're taken a little bit by surprise when, from behind you, there is a loud screech as whatever is the owner of this hoard that you found on this beach rises fear-inducingly from the water behind you.
Damn it.
And you're faced with this.
Oh
River
no. No, no, no. No, no,
Fresno
no.
Cash.
Fresno Cash. Fresno Cash?
Fresno Cash.
Wow.
It's a river drake, and it's not best pleased that you are in the process of stealing its hard-won treasure. So, when we come back next time, we will be rolling initiative.
Ooh.
We'll get to meet him.
Yay. He looks friendly.
We find a Fresno Cash. That is harsh.
Yeah, that is.
How big-
Hopefully.
Yeah, that
How
is-
big? This is like the baby, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. And guys, remember, we're
Nice.
only level 2. Level 2. Just little 2.
I could have gone with something different rather than it just jumping out of the water, but when I was looking at what he can do, it's like, oh my god, that could actually kill you in the first round.
What a
Aw.
difference when that music
What a
stops. Holy crap.
I know.
Okay, so we'll end it there. Sorry, we went over a few minutes. Well, that's a bit loud. I'll put that one on. Let's turn it down a bit. So sorry we went over a little bit, but thank you. It was our first week back, obviously, after quite a while of playing. So I hope you enjoyed that.
Thank you, Steve.
Yes,
Thank you very much,
Good
Steve.
game.
Thank you,
I've
Steve.
forgotten what else we normally do at sign off. It's been a while.
You got to say goodbye. You said bye.
Goodbye. Yes.
Ciao.
Haven't I got to say something about, like, subscribe and do something else? There's a thumb in
Smash
Some
that
buttons
like
around.
button.
Anyway, thank you for joining us, and we will be back in 2 weeks after the UK Games Expo to face off against River Drake. Until then, have a great time.
It's all right.
And goodbye. And when I find this button to play the bloody ending video,
I'll
that'd be
do
great.
it. I can do it. I'm waiting.
I've got it. I found it
Right.
now. Goodbye.
I'll do the other button.
You do the other one. Bye.